Hello, everybody, and welcome to Skynet. Skynet English has prepared a quick video for you regarding the present perfect tutorial. So let's get it cracking and see what we can do to better your understanding of this confusing grammar tense. Okay, so as you can see, we use the present perfect to say that an action happened at an unspecified time before now. The exact time is not important. You cannot use the present perfect with specific time expressions such as yesterday, 1 year ago, last week, when I was a child, when I lived in Japan, at that moment, that day, one day, etc. However, you can use the present perfect with unspecific expressions such as ever, never, once, many times, several times, before, so far, already, yet, etc. Here we have some examples. I've seen the movie 20 times. I think I've met him once before. There have been many earthquakes in California. People have traveled to the moon. People have not traveled to Mars. Have you read the book yet? No one has ever climbed that mountain. Has there ever been a war in the United States? Yes, there has been a war in the United States. As you can see, no specific time was mentioned. So, how do I actually use all of this stuff? Well, we use the present perfect when we want to describe our experience. It's like saying, I have the experience of. You can only use this tense to say that you have never had an experience, certain experience. The present perfect is not used to describe a specific event. Here are some examples. I've been to France. This sentence means that you have had the experience of being in France. Maybe you've been there once or several times. I've been to France 3 times. You can add the number of times at the end of the sentence. I've never been to France. This sentence means that you have not had the experience of going to France. I think I've seen that movie before. She has never traveled by train. Joan has studied 2 foreign languages. Have you ever met him? No, I have not met him. Okay, so here are some more tidbits that might help you out when it comes down to using this in real life. We use the present perfect to talk about change that has happened over a period of time. Some examples are, you've grown since I last saw you. The government has become more interested in art education. Japanese has become one of the most popular courses at the university since the Asian study program was established. My English has really improved since I moved to Australia. We also use the present perfect to list accomplishments by individuals or by humanity. Again, you cannot mention a specific time. Man has walked on the moon. Our son has learned how to read. Doctors have cured many deadly diseases. And scientists have split the atom. Again, no specific time was mentioned. Okay, we often use the present perfect to say that an action which we expected has not happened. Using the present perfect suggests that we are still waiting for the action to happen. Examples. James hasn't finished his homework yet. Susan hasn't mastered Japanese, but she can communicate. Bill has still not arrived. The rain hasn't stopped. We also use the present perfect to talk about several different actions which have occurred in the past. Present perfect suggests the process is not complete and more action is possible. Example, the army has attacked the city 5 times. I have had 4 quizzes and 5 tests so far this semester. We've had many major problems while working on this project. She has talked to several specialists about her problem, but no one seems to know why she's sick. Again, people, it's very important here that you keep in mind that when we use this, it represents that we have expected this action to already have been done, and it has not been completed yet. That's very important in real life English. Okay, when we use present perfect, it means that something has happened at some point in our lives before now. Remember, the exact time the action happened is not important. Sometimes we want to limit the time we are looking in for an experience. We can do this with expressions such as in the last week, in the last year, this week, this month, so far, up to now, etc. Examples. Have you been to Mexico in the last year? I've seen that movie 6 times in the last month. They have had 3 tests in the last week. She graduated from university less than 3 years ago. She's worked with 3 different companies so far. My car has broken down 3 times this week. Okay, hold up, wait a minute. Last year and in the last year, isn't that the same? Actually, no, they're quite different. Last year and in the last year are very different meaning. Last year means the year before now, and it is considered a specific time which requires the simple past. The last year, however, means from 365 days ago up till now. It is not considered a specific time, so it requires the present perfect. Examples. I went to Mexico last year. I went to Mexico in the calendar year before this one. I've been to Mexico in last year. I've been to Mexico at least once at some point between 365 days ago and now. Okay, so keep that in mind when you are using the present perfect. The main idea, I have given you accomplishments and in a specific time before now. If you have any questions or doubts, please send us an email. Visit us at skynet.com. Thank you very much, and I hope this tutorial helped some of you guys out. See you on our next Skynet tutorial.